Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Rogers, and today is so awesome. It's a beautiful day in Halifax County. And as you can see behind me, I have the cast of Two Across, the show that's coming to Factory Street Brewery we're like a week away now. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to talk about it. If you watched and listened to the episode a few weeks ago with Halifax County Little Theater, you heard us talk about this, and I said that I was going to come back, and I was going to fill you in on everything you can expect for this show that's coming up next week. And Sandy Slayton said that they do rehearsals anywhere that they can, right? And right now, you see, we are under her carport where they have been rehearsing for a long time to prepare for this. And we get to talk to them today. Are you excited? Because I'm so excited to get to know everyone that is on the cast. Hello, everyone. Yes, and we're going to get to know more. So let's go. All right, I am sitting down with the cast here, and we're going to start by talking to Sandy Slayton because you are running this show, and you are making this happen, and we just talked to you a few weeks ago, and you were talking to us about Two Across, and I want to know more. What can everyone expect?
We are so excited. It's just going to be a nice evening, intimate, relaxing. We're going to have saxophone music. You know, Factory Street is such a beautiful place. We've got the tables set up so that people can see everything that's going on once we start the play. And if we also have some chairs set up right in front of the stage with little cocktail tables so that, you know, people can move around. We're going to have a great meal by Four Oaks. And Linda Shepherd's going to be there just keeping things rolling the whole time. She's going to do some stand-up, and she's going to also kind of be our MC for the night. And the play is just so much fun. We just love what we're doing here.
I love that. I am super excited because things like this, I mean, are a big deal in Halifax County where people can come and they can have dinner, watch a show. And I want to hear from, you know, the characters and what we can expect. LaTanya.
Alyssa, hello.
Hello. Are you so excited?
Yes, that's the answer that I'm supposed to say.
Yes. Are you ready?
I will be by June 7th.
June 7th.
She's very, very close to ready.
I work best under pressure.
Tell us about your character.
She is warm and fuzzy. No, she's a psychologist, and she, you know, has her stuff together. She doesn't take anything from anyone and expects everyone to be at her same level in terms of expectations. Some have said that I didn't veer far in the casting, that we are a lot of like.
She's a rule follower. She does not think anyone should break the rules for any reason. You know?
Oh, okay.
Straight up and down.
Okay. I want to know something.
Yes.
You say you work well under pressure. Mm-hmm. You've been rehearsing.
Yes.
What is your strategy in remembering all of these lines and bringing a character to life?
Repetition, reading them over and over again, hoping osmosis works with the script under my pillow at night, and writing them. I learn best by writing. So when I write something, it seeps in. So that's it. Trying to stay relaxed, which is difficult for me, as is Janet, and just repetition. So Will and I recorded it because, you know, we live together, and so we listen to it. I listen to it in the car when I have free time, in the shower.
Yes. Well, I can't wait to see your character come to life. I want to know about you. We have Will here. Tell us about your character.
Okay, so my character's at least starts off the polar opposite of LaTanya's character, which is kind of the point. They clash, they butt heads. He's very much a free spirit, doesn't seem to have his life together, and as he's described in the play, is a little loosey-goosey. But, you know, as the play goes on and they get to know each other and the audience gets to know them, you see that my character and LaTanya's character both have other sides to them.
Awesome. How do you prepare for a show like this?
So LaTanya and I are different, obviously repetition, but I like saying the lines with other people. She tends to be I want to work alone and read. I like saying the lines and have someone correct me when I say the line wrong and just saying it again. I like listening. I drive out of town for work, so the recordings really help me. I get, 2 hours to Richmond listening to us talk and 2 hours back from Richmond listening to us talk. So, and I use a couple mnemonic devices. Like there are things that get said in the play, and I tend to try and tie things together. Like, oh, when she says that word, that makes sense. I'm going to say this word. So
he does have one that it will be hard for me not to laugh during the show because it's his favorite one. Like when he figured out this mnemonic, it was like you saw the fireworks go off in his head. So it's so exciting when he says it, and I need to make sure I don't break character and laugh because it brings me joy.
Well, it was a line I kept missing. So when I finally figured out, oh, when that gets said, this is what I do, I haven't missed it since. So it's like, yes, it's exciting. It's play geekery.
They have 50 pages of lines. 50 pages.
50 pages of lines, and you're married. So you say that it's easier because you're married, because you're doing it together. What does this mean to you? I mean, it's a family affair here. We have Mario. I mean, it is a family affair. How is it working with family and making something like this come to life?
It's been fun, but also difficult because Mario, when he's directing, he becomes mean. Like
He's way meaner than Sandy.
yeah, like he, on set in 5 minutes, and he's like looking at his watch, and you have to be there and be ready, and he will correct you, and so that was difficult getting used to because I'm the older sister, and I'm the bossy one. So then having to take it. That took some adjusting. But then Will and I are fun at home. Now some of our conversations that we have in day-to-day life become lines from the play. Like if someone says something and then we'll start our lines because it's apropos to whatever we're doing in our daily life. So that's been fun.
And Eleanor, who's 5,
Yeah.
knows some of the play, and
Yes.
she'll come up with some lines.
She's
Yes.
offered to help Latanya.
Yes.
She's offered to feed her lines. She's like, I know the lines.
She
So
says,
if
I
you
can
mess up, I
hide
can.
behind your chair.
If you know Eleanor, you know this. She will tell you what you need to be doing.
Mommy, it takes 2 people to manage you.
Yeah.
I'll sit behind you and give you lines.
The real manager there. So what has it been like for you working as a family unit on this play?
I love it. It's actually part of the reason that I did the play, because when we learned that there was this play that was just 2 people, and the idea that Latanya and I might be able to do it together, I was like, I don't think a lot of couples get that opportunity to be in a play together, to work closely like that. So that was really the draw for trying out, because I'll be honest, I like the theater, but it's a lot of work.
Yes.
In addition to having a full-time job and, keeping a house and a child and all that other stuff, it's a lot of work. So that's what made me say, you know what, it's worth doing it. And I had to convince Latanya a little bit. But I said to her, I made that exact argument, when are we ever going to get to be in a play together, just the 2 of us?
I love that. And Mario, Latanya said that you are the hardest director. So tell us about your role in the play and what you think about that.
Well, I get it honestly from Latanya. She was my role model growing up, and I tried to emulate a lot of my life after her. But I have the upper hand because I have more theater experience, so I get to give it back to her now, which has been nice. It's nice to see her work outside of her comfort zone. She worries me to death every time. How did I do at rehearsal? Was it good enough? And I kind of like it because she's looking for me for insight on how she did, because that never happened growing up. She was always telling me what I need to do better. But now it's nice having the upper hand. But it's great working with both Latanya and Will, getting to do this together.
What you think about that?
I'll let him slide this time.
So, as a cast here, thank you, one, for sitting down with me today and letting everyone see what they can expect, because this is so great that you 3 are able to come together, you 4 are able to come together as a director.
It's more than just us. There's a board behind us, Little Theater, Halifax County Little Theater. We've been here, 60, almost 70 years, and it's a big team. The team members change sometimes, but we have people tomorrow. They'll be busy all day Tonight, actually. Tonight, painting the set, and then tomorrow they'll finish the set. My husband built the set around the carport, and then we'll move in on Sunday. We have, all kinds of background support. People finding props, people finding costumes, people helping with publicity, writing articles. So it's a big team.
Yeah, I've seen the articles. I've read them. They're fantastic. And give everyone the details again so
Okay.
they know
Okay.
what to expect. The dates, the
All right.
time, everything.
So 9 days from now, June 7th and 8th at Factory Street. The doors open at 5:45. We'll have saxophone music for about an hour as people come in, get a drink, relax, talk to people. Then Linda will take over for a bit, doing some stand-up comedy and giving everybody directions for the night. And then Four Oaks is catering, so everybody will have a nice meal, including salads, meats, vegetables, and desserts. And then we will start the show about 8 o'clock. It's a 90-minute show, and we were thinking about how, we think about high school students having to sit for 90-minute classes, and none of them like it. Well, grown-ups probably wouldn't either. So we're going to have an intermission about halfway through, so you can get up and get another drink or go to the bathroom, whatever talk to people, just stretch, and then we'll end the show probably about 9:30, quarter to 10. So it's not a late night, but you don't have to leave right after the show either. But it's a full evening of entertainment and fun and.
Amazing. Where can people find tickets?
You have to go to htlt.org to get tickets. We have our own little book tick system now, and tables are for 6, 7, or 8, and the tickets are general admission. But as people get tickets, I'm looking and putting tables together, and if people request to be seated, they can just email us at hcltva@gmail. And I'll put people together, and so we're trying to accommodate and make everything run smoothly so that everybody will have a great evening that they'll remember for a long time. And the story of this play it's just very well written. The humor's there. The push and pull between the sexes is there, and between personalities is there, and it's just a great story.
Don't forget, get your tickets. And before we close out, we're going to end this with a little preview of what you're going to see at the show. So will you do a couple of lines for me? Show everyone what to expect?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, then this doesn't work.
No. The problem is you don't work hard enough. You don't concentrate. You don't commit. You just flit along the surface.
Gee, I've never been called a flitter before. But you're right, I do flit. But hey, isn't flitting part of the fun? I don't consider crosswords a life or death struggle.
Maybe you should. Then you might catch some of your mistakes.
You're saying I've made mistakes?
Bingo.
Oh, you're one of those people who says bingo when you're not playing bingo.
I thought it was more polite than saying, duh.
Ta-da!
How long have you been out of work?
Not that long. 18 months.
18 months?
Yeah, that's right, I'm a total bum.
Sorry, I was surprised.
So is my father.
There you go.
Fascinating. Too bad I can't keep the book. It's due back to the library today. And there's a waiting list.
So, the late charge is $1 a day. Here's 4 days.
That's not how I do things, Tom.
How do you do things, Rita?
The library card is a contract. When there's a waiting list, you return the book and go to the end of the line.
Oh, I see. That's how common decency works.
There you go.
Hint time. Let me show you something. Does this give you any thoughts?
A few.
Serious thoughts.
You have no idea.
Notice that I'm patting my kneecap.
Patting it. So it starts with patting and ends with la. Patting la. It's one of those stupid medical words, isn't it? Patella.
Very good.
Like the world needs a second word for kneecap.
And I hope everyone watching and listening is just as excited thank you so much for letting me sit down with the four of you today. And June 7th and 8th, you don't want to miss it at Factory Street Brewery. Get your tickets. I know y'all are going to have a packed house for both nights.
We hope so. So far, ticket sales are not what we wanted because people wait till the last minute to
Yes.
buy tickets. And people can buy tickets at the door, but I'm sure the caterer would prefer to have close to an exact number when I call her this Friday.
Well, this is so neat. Get your tickets. And we usually record episodes ahead of time, but we're legit recording this. This is Wednesday, and it's posting right now. So we are live in action. Get your tickets. 9 days away. You do not want to miss this. 2 Across at Factory Street Brewery, June 7th and 8th. And it starts at 6 p.m.
Yes.
the whole night. You get food from Four Oaks. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. Good luck. Break a leg. Break a leg. Sorry. Break a leg, everyone. And we'll see you there. Thank
see you
you
there.
so much for listening to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. We will talk to you next week. Next week is a big show, a big show for us. You want to tune in. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.